Hey yo, what's up guys, Justinvels here, and today I'm back with another commentary video, and today we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk. Not the game, but the anime. Specifically Edgerunners, because they released a season 2 trailer, which I thought was worth talking about. If you like more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, release the intro! Alright people, prepare yourself for anime of the year. There's a new GOAT in town. Or should I say city, Night City that is. Wait, didn't you already say that about Dan? Actually, where is that review? We'll get to it, but that's neither here or there. If you haven't been living under a rock already, then you would know that Cyberpunk 2077 just dropped a new trailer for season 2. This is pretty interesting because they kind of said that they weren't going to do another season because season 1 was kind of like a one and done type of situation. But when duty calls and money calls louder, you're of course going to milk it to get a season 2. And judging by the fact that Edgerunners season 1 kind of revived the game, I'm guessing season 2 is there to build even more hype for the game and even more hype for the next Cyberpunk 2077 game. If it's even going to be set in 2077, chances are it's going to be set in 2099. They're waiting for it. I can see it. It's in their head. They're definitely going to do a Spider-Man reference. I can feel it in my mind. I can tell they're going to do it. So with a season 2, typically we kind of get like a transfer of like characters from season 1 to season 2. So maybe some reoccurring characters and all those type of things. The way how season 1 was looking, especially towards the end, if you want me to be honest, it's been like what, 3 years, so I can say this: David is dead. It was bound to happen, but my boy was a go. I'm just gonna keep things sweet. If you're a person who gets emotionally attached to characters, this show is not for you. Click off the video. Don't actually click off the video, click off the series, because this show is not for you. Make sure Netflix loses their money, not me of course. But yeah, we have a new set of protagonists and they're looking kind of familiar, a little too familiar. So I'm just gonna put a picture up of the crew that we're basically gonna be introduced to, and they're looking kind of cool, I'm not even gonna lie. But it's Studio Trigger, and Studio Trigger are cut from a different cloth.
Motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
These are the same guys who did Gorilla Gun, Panty of Stocking, and Killer Kill, if any of you guys remember that. And if you don't know what Killer Kill is, then you definitely know what this audio is.
I got this!
Yeah, that's from Killer Kill. So they're pretty notorious in terms of this pop culture and within the anime scene. I think I'm getting a bit too ahead of myself. The character designs in this are crazy. Everyone looks like they have amazing style and dress sense. But you know, it's Cyberpunk. You know that was bound to happen. In fact, let's just do a quick fit check. Oh, these guys are clean. Wait, is he rocking their Mary jeans? Hold on, is she wearing a Balenciaga jacket? Nah, wait. Is Unc in the back really wearing a Gucci House Tooth jacket? Okay, A$AP Rocky might have a couple competition if this is what they're rocking with. These guys might be some real fashion killers. Get it? Because they're dripped out and then like they're obviously going to be killing people in the show. No? Alright, cool. But I'm still hyped about the design, so that's still a win in my book. Let's get into the protagonists. So when they were announcing the teaser for the characters throughout this week, they were kind of building it up with screenshots, right? And we got introduced to one of our characters called Roman Carrocks, which was the first character that they showcased in the little mini teaser trailer. We had a silhouette of her and then they kind of showed the camera and everything. And this person's supposed to be a person that basically records everything. Think about Kick, Twitch, Hysenat, all these type of people. She's basically the ISO speed of the universe. Nothing gets past her at this point. I can't really say the role that she'll play. However, I do think out of all the characters, I don't think she's going to be the one to die. I don't think they're going to kill her off. It's not like season 1 where they killed off like most of the cast. The next character that we're going to be moving on to is Talia Yang. And I think Talia Yang is going to be our mercenary. If you know about Cyberpunk, then you know there's mercenaries, there's assassins, but they're all just known as mercs. There's people who will just kill for money. But she's looking like she has a bit of an ulterior motive. Maybe somebody owes her money, or maybe she's out for vengeance, who knows. I don't know, I'm kind of getting a bit of Takamura vibes from her, like especially the whole grittiness of the character. If you guys don't know who Takamura is, he's basically this guy who used to work for one of the big evil corporations inside Night City, and during the course of the game he basically ends up being demoted and becoming like this street criminal but still trying to go for honor type of thing. And she kind of gives me very similar vibes to that, but I feel like there's a twist. She seems a bit more unhinged than Takamura, and I think that's what's going to differentiate her from like every other cast member. I really hope we do have scenes where she is able to just cut loose and kind of just really let the animators show off with the animation, because there was a couple scenes where she was in a building and like killed a bunch of people and it was really cool, and no one else in the show kind of got fight scenes like that. And to me, she seems like she's going to be unhinged but kind of in like a battle sense, and maybe she's going to be a bit cold-blooded, but I'm here for it, to be honest. I feel like she's going to be really cool. I think I'm going to put a bit of my stocks into this character. I mean, she clearly doesn't play about her money, and to get a Balenciaga jacket in Night City, you clearly have to get rid of a couple people. She seems like she's gonna have a lot of don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it potential. Hopefully when the show comes out, she's a better investment than the last pink hair character I invested 500 episodes into. This is getting a Justinvels seal of approval, whatever that decides to look like. Next, we move on to what seems like the OG of the group, Weak Kingsley. Now, Weak Kingsley was basically a veteran edgerunner who basically now lives in the shadows of his former glory. Basically, he's Unk. Let's just say that. He is our OG to the max. And to be honest, one thing you should know about Night City is that you're gonna realize anyone who looks like they're a pensioner or in their 70s, chances are they're a real gangster. I'm telling you, they don't play games. That's all I'm gonna say. So this guy, be prepared to be seeing some really cool clips from him. Don't get me wrong, Weak does look kind of cool, but he's kind of giving they're gonna do him dirty like Jiraiya. I can't even explain it. Hopefully he doesn't live up to his name. You know, you can't be called weak and get packed off. Maybe he's strong. Okay, that was a bad joke, but you get my point. They can't do him dirty like that. I feel like he might be one of the characters where we feel like they're gonna put us into a falsehood of security and be like, oh, like he's gone through Night City, he's done all the dirty work, he clearly knows his way around the streets, and I think that's how they're gonna get us. It's giving he's gonna die in episode 5 type of thing. If this is a 12 episode run, of course, but if it's not, then we're not hearing from this guy for the entire season run. There's no way. But if you have a look at Weak's eyes, it's kind of giving the whole cyber psychosis thing that happened with David, but I don't know how far into the series the clip is that they pulled this from. Doesn't seem as if he's tweaking 100%. I don't think he's 100% there in the cyber psychosis, but I do think he might be high functioning. I don't know, I think it's a bit too early to tell. Now for our main protagonist, D. Not to be confused with our main protagonist from 2077, V. I don't know why they like giving their main characters initials, and that's just his name. It just doesn't stand for anything. D is basically a netrunner, and if you don't know what a netrunner is, they're people that basically hack and do all these type of things within the Cyberpunk universe. Everyone is basically cyborgs or cybernetically enhanced. They have a bit of a Neuralink situation going on, so like everything is just augmented by technology. So being a netrunner, if you're really good, you can be doing some crazy stuff. D is basically a Snake Nation netrunner. He is trying to find the killer who killed his entire clan. And you might be thinking, Justin, haven't we heard this before? And to answer that question, yes, we have heard this before. From his character design to his backstory, you might be thinking, Justin, this guy sounds really familiar. I'm gonna be honest, they all sound and look really familiar. This is Team 7. I've seen this before, and this is the Naruto crew, and I don't think this is not a coincidence. I think this is going to be kind of influenced by a Team 7 sort of dynamic where everyone kind of is different in their own way, but there's a common goal that they need to work towards. Now, do I think the killer of D's clan is probably going to be the leader of one of the rival gangs? Probably. Maybe a Arasaka Corpo? Could be. That could be a situation where that happens, you know? And if you don't know what Arasaka is, they're basically like this really big tech organization that basically controls everything in Night City. Or it could be Adam Smasher, aka MC Boogeyman in the Chrome. I don't want to see Adam Smasher. This guy, he's too much of a plague on the series, to be honest. You can't be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. He packed off my boy David, packed off my boy Johnny Silverhand, aka Keanu Reeves, and then they almost packed off V. You can't do all of that all at once. So I think this season's going to take a bit of a step back, and I don't think Adam Smasher is going to be in it. Thank goodness. I think it's really going to be interesting the direction that they end up taking this in. Now, I think they're going to try and push a black hole situation. Now, I don't know which one of the entities from the black hole they're going to try and bring up, but I think he's going to be possessed by one of the black hole AIs, and I think that's what's going to make him broken. He kind of gets more powerful as a netrunner, but it's probably going to be at a cost at his mental sanity. The best example of what I'm trying to say is, think of it like Naruto and the Nine-Tailed Fox, where the more you use the Nine-Tailed chakra, the more you basically give into the Nine-Tailed influence and all those type of things. Do you get what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, it's not coming for free, and he's definitely not going to get a rage boost for free. The whole vibe of the trailer is honestly amazing. It's super vibrant, super stylistic, and honestly, I'm here for it. I did think it was really cool that we got some scenes in like the kind of old VHS camcorder type of style, which I think is obviously going to be provided by one of our main protagonists, Roman. Some people were speculating that the whole series, or we might get a couple of scenes in the series where it's going to be kind of in that VHS style, which obviously I don't mind, but I hope they don't really rinse it out too much, otherwise it does become too much. But I'm here for it, to be honest. I think it's really cool that we're getting a season 2 for Cyberpunk, and it's one of those shows where it's like, unfortunately, it's kind of like a hidden gem, but kind of respectable in its own way, and I feel like the show just needs more love. And yeah, do I think they're going to try and tie this into the game? I really hope they don't do that. The reason why I say this is because I don't want to consult in a secondary source of media to gain some sort of closure on the character stories. I know it's really weird what I'm saying, because again, not many things kind of do this where like the games and the series are kind of interconnected like Cyberpunk is, where like a lot of the lore from the show and even the games intertwine and like kind of connect, but also bounce off each other in a way. One thing about Cyberpunk 2077 was that the main story is actually quite short, but then if you've played the side quests, you would know that the lore with the game is so crazy. And of course, because it's based off a book as well, so that's obviously bound to happen, but there's so many directions that they could go in, to be honest, and I think this show is no exception. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the trailer. I feel like it was really good. We haven't seen too much of what it's going to be about. Do I think maybe we might get someone showing up? I think Lucy might show up. We kind of don't really know where she went after the events of Edgerunners, because she wasn't also mentioned in the game as well, which takes place like 10 years after. Obviously, we know that this show could take place before. We really don't know. It could be a prequel, or it could take place maybe 1 or 2 years after. By no means do I think it takes place post to the events of the game, because that doesn't really make that much sense. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this show is going to turn out, and hopefully it's going to be a banger like the first season. The show's going to be coming out towards the end of this year. Is it too early to be teasing a show that's coming out towards the end of the year? Yeah, probably, but you know what? I'm here for it. If you like more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want me to talk about other shows, comment it down below. I would just like to say thank you so much for the Jujutsu Kaisen video. I had no idea it was going to blow up the way how it did, but yeah, I appreciate you guys. And yeah, peace.